It might be snowing where you are in parts of the country, but wildfire season has begun in Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Both provinces are doing everything they can to avoid a repeat of the devastation that they lived through last year. Wildfires, remember this, like this one, forced thousands of people to evacuate Nova Scotia. Well, now as we inch closer to summer, there are fresh concerns about what could happen once things start to heat up. So joining us this morning is Jim Rutherham. He is the operations manager for forest protection in Nova Scotia. Good to have you with us.
Good morning. Thank you.
In a lot of cities across the country, they are either shoveling snow or it's raining. But what are the conditions like in Nova Scotia right now?
Well, today it's sunny. Sun's shining here, and it's quite nice. But we still are early spring, so we could have snow as well and rain for sure. But we're certainly ready for fire season.
A report by Natural Resources Canada looked into the factors behind the wildfire season of last year. And one of the trends, you'll know this, it highlighted a lack of snow combined with an early melt. And I feel like that sounds similar to what Nova Scotia is experiencing right now. What concerns do you have?
That is true, but we had a lot of snow this winter in parts of the province. That, for the most part, is gone now, but we've had a lot of rain as well, too. So the ground is pretty saturated here in Nova Scotia. At this point, of course, that's in the ground. On the surface, it can dry very easily as well. But I think we're a little better than that last year. But of course, the spring will tell us exactly what happens.
Yeah, you know, we were just speaking earlier this week about wildfire concerns on the other side of the country in BC. They're concerned about recruitment. They were concerned about what the season looks like and the conditions that were left from last year. Is it a similar setup in Nova Scotia?
Well, we don't have any holdover fires from last year. All of our fires from last year are well extinguished. They're long out. We don't have any fires burning right now. And we were always ready for, I think every agency is ready for the norm. Last year, of course, in Nova Scotia was absolutely not normal, but we're ready for what comes again, and hopefully everything will be good.
Yeah, the latest update from the Canadian Drought Monitor shows abnormally dry conditions across much of Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and PEI. And PEI is also contending with the fact that trees were toppled by post-tropical storm Fiona, a couple of years ago in 2022. So Nova Scotia, as you said, has been spared those conditions. How is the province preparing if the wildfire season starts to kick up, if and when?
Well, like every year, we have 27 district offices around the province. Each of those offices has a cache of fire equipment. Each of those offices have staff that are ready to respond to fires. And we have processes in place that if they get overextended, we can quickly call on resources from their neighboring offices or from anywhere else in the province. And of course, if something happens that we can't handle it here, we are a member of the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Centre, and we can draw on resources from other parts of the country, as we often help other parts of the countries as well, too, when they're in times of need.
You know, in the past couple of years, we've checked in frequently with Nova Scotia because of the extreme weather conditions. Either you're looking at flooding or at drought or of, post-tropical storms or wildfires. How has all this extreme weather and this extreme change to climate affected the job that you have to do?
Well, it's certainly made it interesting. We seem to go from one thing to the next. Last year, of course, we had the unprecedented wildfires. We were all hoping for rain, and then the rain came so bad. We had unprecedented floods in this province. That was tragic. So it keeps us busy, keeps us moving. It certainly lets us know where we can do better, and we're certainly working towards that. So it's always a learning experience.
Jim Rutherham, I want to thank you for coming on Your Morning today. Good to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.